I'm often asked when I'm canvassing, as I am right now, what differentiates me from my competition. So I thought I'd tell you. Unlike my competition, at least among challenger candidates, I've been representing this community for the last 5 years in these capacities. In addition to my work over the last 11 years as a healthcare policy professional, I have been working unpaid as a board member and an appointee of Governor O'Malley and County Executive Leggett, as well as on the WSSC board in a number of different capacities. I also am the only Democrat running who's trying to save you money every month on your healthcare premiums. What does that mean? Well, I've introduced something called the HEART Act, and the HEART Act has been endorsed by 3 governors and the Health Secretary and Business Secretary of Maryland. And this HEART Act would save you money every month by creating Medicaid as a public option that would be opt-in and means tested, effectively creating a pool of nearly 2 million individuals by pulling together traditional Medicaid, the individual and small business exchanges, and creating this new pool of a public option, and then 500,000 public employees. Also, I'm the only candidate running who has a plan to increase teachers' salaries, to increase school construction costs, and to hire more teachers without costing you, the taxpayer, anything. How am I going to do it? On school construction, we have 18% of the state's students and only 12% of the state's school construction dollars. We need to stick together as a Montgomery County delegation to get our fair share and get that 6% spread. Next, in terms of teacher salaries, one of the highest burdens to MCPS operational budget every year, in addition to salaries, is providing employee health benefits. By reducing health insurance premiums, I'm reducing the employer contribution, that is MCPS's contribution, to employee health benefits, because they'll be getting the public option, which again is a basic option that functions quite like 3rd grade. Basically, if you live in a certain house, you get Mrs. Smith as your 3rd grade teacher, and you get everything covered, every subject. So in this case, with health insurance, there are no carve-outs. You get mental, dental, every kind of health care you need. But of course, if you don't like Mrs. Smith in the local elementary school, then what you can do is you can go to Holton Arms or Landon or Bullis or some other private school, and you can do that with this public option. You could get CareFirst, United, Aetna, or Kaiser if you like, and if you don't prefer the public option. So the teachers will be covered, and this would allow more money to be made available for salary increases. Next, I mentioned hiring more teachers. Every year we provide about $500 million of corporate welfare across the state. This is between $30 to $40 million per company for companies such as Discovery Communications, Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, Marriott, and this is in the name of job creation. Now, 96% of all businesses in Montgomery County are small businesses, and Secretary of Business Dave Edgerly has endorsed me because my plan to cut health insurance premiums is good for small business. Health insurance being provided to employees constitutes on average 8 to 18% of fixed monthly overhead for small businesses. So creating corporate welfare for these large multinational billion-dollar corporations isn't helpful in creating jobs. Geico isn't getting these large tax cuts, and they remain in Montgomery County. Discovery Communication was getting tens of millions of dollars, and they've left anyway for New York City. So I'd like to abolish these and dedicate the funding that would come from them paying the corporate income tax, and dedicate that funding to hiring more teachers. Again, no other candidate running has a plan that I'm aware of to pay for all 3 of those things to improve public education in Montgomery County without costing the taxpayer a cent. Speaking about money, as far as I'm aware, I'm the only candidate running who refuses contributions from PACs, special interest corporations, or any other kind of organizations. I think they all have a place in society, but I don't wish to represent them, and I don't want to be beholden to them. I only accept contributions from you because I only want to represent you, 120,000 individuals living in Bethesda and Potomac in District 16. And again, I'm one of the few candidates running who's actually from District 16. I was born and raised, went kindergarten through 12th grade on MCPS in District 16. Very few other candidates in my race can say that about themselves. I went through Lux Manor, Tilden, and Walter Johnson. I have been elected to be the president of my HOA in Lux Manor, and I have been serving for the last 5 years in these capacities. I'm 33 years old and have served in Maryland politics for the last 15 years. So on June 26, I ask that you consider supporting me with one of your 3 votes, Jordan Cooper, for House of Delegates in District 16, because I am different from the competition, and not all Democrats are created equal. Thanks.